Olson. On defense, number 7, Michaela Schreiber-Horn. At wing, number 10, Rita Larson. At wing, number 13, Elena Ankerson. And centering, number 11, Peyton Roski. The River Lake Stars. And now we have our Delano Tigers. First of all, we have our little 8U line leaders, Liliana Kellogg and Kaya Herndrock. All right, starting in goal, number 35, Savannah Guyan, accompanied by Ryan Herndrock. On defense, number 7, Sydney Connor, accompanied by Chloe Britt. On defense, number 8, Avery Ross, accompanied by Anna Shepard. At wing, number 19, Peyton Bright, accompanied by Jennifer Hansey. At wing, number 9, Violet Bovey, accompanied by Landry Burrow. And centering, number 6, Selena Pettit, accompanied by Abigail Roth and Brenda Delmeyer. The Delano Tigers, please stand as you are able. Run up your lips for the singing of the national anthem, led tonight by our own coach, Lance Reynolds. Take it away, Lance.
Dropping it down as Delano wins the opening face-off. For Delano in the orange jersey with the old Gothic D on the front and the white letters and numbers on the back. Meanwhile, for the River Lake Stars, they're wearing their black jerseys, black blazers with the white numbers and River Lakes scrawled in front. As they will be moving from right to left, the River Lake Stars, and Delano from left to right. Stars get it out of their own zone. They go deep over the Schreiber board. Schreiber board plays it along the near side boards. This is John forward, and now it will be dumped forward by Delano, trying to find one of their own. First couple of minutes, I think that was Cole Kirkenoff trying to allow the puck. Stars trying to move it forward over the number.
Neutral ice, now so past an open ice. She's going to bring it in, sends one down after the goal. by the goal. Rebounded by Green. Green sends it into
Corner
Soap. Soap
on
has
the
it.
inside. Trying to find another team. Number 15 is Sophia.
Comes out, Soap gets it, sends it back to Kiana. Kiana turns, sends it back down into the corner. Delano trying to get the puck out of the zone. That time succeeds. Then sends it down.
Just yet between these two teams, so far, William Thompson and right side of Dayton. Stars offensive zone.
Puck comes out.
Tie up and go to the near side board. Trying to work that puck
out of there along the boards.
And Delano will play it off the near side boards, and it will be poked forward momentarily by Costa, but it will come out into the neutral zone. Brought back in by Winner and brought to the offside. And another whistle. What is that? Third line out there with Rugemer, Winner, and Jansky. Face off one by the Stars. To the forward by Winner, and she tried to get a shot off. It did not go on right. Number 15 in Eva Williams. Corner shot. She made. And she doesn't know where it is. William Thompson didn't know right on the back where it was. So she just kind of zipped up those bottom pads. Coming to the left of William Thompson, and this one will be a kick shot on net. And both the teams will fight for it right in the far side corner. And picking it up, it'll be Peyton Roski. Brings it in. Savannah Gale. That'll be the first shot on net.
Akerson picks it out, pushes it forward, coming in for a shot, tries to rub it in there. Inside of it.
Moved along the boards on the near side. It'll be picked up by Delano. Trying to get it out. It'll be number 9. And it's by Kobe. She's looking over offensively. She'll get tripped up. No call coming. Moved forward by the Stars into the neutral zone. They'll play it off the near side boards. They'll go off for a goal check. Only Star left in the offensive zone. That will be number 7. And Schreiberhan. He's going to go down in a week. We'll get the whistle of stop. With 14:04 left. And going to the penalty box. Looks like this is number 5 for the Stars.
Number 5, Heavy Storm.
Going to the penalty box. Just over 4 minutes. Yeah, you get a quick whistle after that puck stoppage, and we go back to the right side of the defensive zone. It'll be cleared by the Stars. Stars coming into this matchup. The Stars have a pretty good penalty kill. Right now on the other end of the ice, the power play field is down in Rockford teams. 12% clip. They've gotten 4 power play goals, including 3 chances so far this year. Picked up by number 1 8 for the Delano Stars. Blocked away by Savannah Gale. Brought in by Whitler, and she'll bring it in offside. A little bit of frustration there from number 4. And we'll get a whistle with 55 seconds left on the extra skater advantage for the Tigers. Tigers right in front of their offensive zone. They'll look to try and get the first goal so far. They've gotten 3 shots on net to the Stars. Keep it in the offensive zone. That would be Elena Ackerson. She applies
Sorry,
another four-step
headset
foul.
went
Comes
bad.
back in by number 36 in Miller Corner. Picked up behind the net by number 5 for the Tigers. Come out to center ice. Sophie Olsberg is taking Rotsky, taking the face off, and now it'll be dumped in by Delano. 20 seconds or so left on the extra skater again. Picked up by the Stars. They'll throw it off down to the offensive zone. The final 10 seconds start to take off on the Adams Storm's power play. Picked up behind the net by Delano as they move it forward in the hope of their own defense.
Stars at close range.
19 and taking Bright. Bright will pass it off to one of her teammates. It's intercepted.
Is it working now? Testing, testing, testing. And up to Wimmer. Wimmer's going to bring it into the zone. Now over to Jansky. Jansky pinched along the boards. Now Rugemer. Rugemer looking for a centering pass. Gets it to Addy. Addy takes a shot, blocked. Puck goes up to Delano, and now they're going to try pushing it out. But Tiana was right there to stop it. Now the puck's going to go back behind the net. As Barton comes in and is able to stop it. And the puck's going to go down. Tiana's going to pick it up, sends it out to Larson. Larson sends it across over to Roski, out to neutral ice. As Akerson trying to get it back. Now taps it down. Roski's going to pick it up. Puts it into the corner. Over to Tiana. Delano tries to get a shot. Deflected by Thompson. Now picked up by Akerson. Puck's on the, here comes Lena Akerson up the ice, across center. Now she's going to dump it down into the corner. 9:58 remaining. As Larson gets it, sends it out to Akerson. Akerson tries to send one down. Akerson on her belly is able to tap it back into the zone. And now that one's going to get knocked out. And Larson will chase down there. Delano gets it. And we got ladies laying on the ice, but no call. Kornick sending it back to Adio. Addy picking along the boards. Now out to Storms. Storms has it at neutral ice. She's going to turn. Sends it into the zone. She's going to skate through a couple players. Takes a shot deflected by the goalie up into the boards. Rebounded by Delano. And here comes Delano up the ice. Sends it up there. Gianna's going to race back. Puts on the brakes and is able to stop her from going. Kornick stepping up. And here comes Soap with it. Out to neutral ice. And now Kornick sending it down deep. And we'll get icing called on the Stars. We'll go back down to our end. Might have to move over. The guy calling the other side, I don't know what radio station is, if it's Chasm or whatever, but when two people are talking about the same game, it's hard. Rugemer, the face off. And here comes Wimmer up the ice. Has it tapped away, but Rugemer's right there to pick it up and send it down into the zone. Now Jansky picks it up, sends it back to the opposite side. Now over to Tiana, who tries to send it back down there. But here comes Delano. Picks it up, brings it in, met by Michaela. She was set up for it. Tries to come around to their point. Point takes a shot, deflected by Rugemer. Rugemer looking up for it, now gets it. Sends it up to Wimmer, but Tiana comes up and says, I'll take it. She takes off with it now. They got a 2-on-1 as the puck sent across over to Jansky. Jansky gets taken out into the boards, and we're going to go on a power play. And they're going to call her for roughing, and we'll go on a power play with 7:46 remaining. Storms, Borowski, Bakerson, Michaela. Michaela has it now at this point. She brings it down, gets it to Storms. Storms is going to skate up, sends it back down into Michaela. Michaela sends it across over to Addie. Addie from the point just tapped off her stick, and now they'll have to reset as Michaela gets it back. Sends it into Storms. Storms has it. Goes for a centering pass to Addie. She tries to get a shot off, but deflected. Bakerson gets the rebound, sends it back over to Storms. Delano steals it away from Storms, tries to send it out. Addie was right there to stop it. Now gets it back to Akerson. Akerson over to Michaela. She tries to send one down. And Delano sends that one out of the zone and down to the other end where Thompson will pick it up with 1:13 remaining on the power play. 6:55 in the game. Michaela picks the puck up along the boards. And Roski sends it up to Storms. Storms comes into the zone. Now over to Michaela. Michaela tries to get a shot off, has it deflected. Barton comes in and is able to try and send it back down there, but Delano gets it back and sends it down into the zone. Michaela picks it up, gets it over to Roski. Roski sends it up to Storms. Storms tips it into the zone. Wimmer comes in off the bench for the head of steam. And the puck gets sent back down to the other end again. 24 seconds left on the power play as Bria Larson has it now. She's going to take off. Brings it into the zone. Met by some defense at the blue line. And it's sent back out to neutral ice where Wimmer's going to pick it up. Gets it to Soap. Soap's going to turn and bring it into the zone. Goes around one player, uses the board. Nice job there by Soap. Sends it back to Greeley. Greeley sends it back to Larson. Larson's going to fire one down just a bit outside. And now Delano picks it back up. They're back to full strength with 5:37 remaining in the first period. They go to dump it down into the zone, and they'll get called for icing. .533 remaining in this first period of play. Still scoreless as Soph goes up to face off. She's got Greeley, Storms, Adio, and Michaela on the ice with her. As Michaela gets it, sends it down in there. Now rebounded by Storm. Storm sends it out to Adio. Adio tries to send one down, has it deflected by Delano. As Michaela races back, gets it to Soap. Soap's going to turn, try and sends it down, but Michaela sends it back. Addie picks it up, now gets it to Michaela. Michaela backhands it down into the zone deep. We'll get a line change with 5:03 remaining. Delano goes to try and bring it up the ice. Out to neutral ice. Now into the zone. As Barton gets in there, steals that one away. Now she's going to push it forward. Gets it over to, well, she's going to keep it, brings it up ice. Now gets it over to Larson. Larson brings it into the zone. They got a 3-on-2. Comes up, takes a shot by Roski, blocked by their goalie. That was a nice pass, nice shot there by Roski, just blocked by the goalie. And the puck comes back. And Akerson's going to pick it up at neutral ice. She'll send it across over to Addie. Addie has it at neutral ice, goes around a couple players, now brings it into the zone, takes a shot, deflected into the boards, rebounded by Akerson, but deflected by Delano. Cornick comes in, is able to keep it in the zone, but then Delano sends it back down, and they'll get icing with 4:01 remaining. Rugemer faces off. Wimmer gets it, tries to backhand one in, has it deflected into the boards. As the puck comes out, Delano trying to clear it out of the zone and succeeds, gets it out. Addie's going to pick it up though back here. She's ready for it. She backhands it over to Jansky. Jansky sends it forward to Wimmer, has it stolen away there by Delano. And now the puck's loose. They're going to come in with a 2-on-1. Takes a shot, clock saved by Thompson. 3:33 remaining. Nice job there by Lillian Thompson. Puck comes out, sends it across. Delano. Now that one's going to come out of their zone. That one's open. His Soap's got some open room. She's going to bring it down with the corner. Takes a shot, just buzzes past the front of the tower. She's going to get the puck back in the corner. Now Greeley comes in to help. Puck comes to Storm. Storm's back to Michaela. Michaela's going to send it across over to Tiana. And we got a whistle. Interference. And we'll go on a River Lakes power play. 3:08 remaining in the first period. As Akerson faces up, puck's going to come back to Michaela. Michaela gets it back to Akerson. She's going to send it across over to Roski. Roski's going to dump it down into Storms. Storms tries to get a shot, but it's deflected. Puck's going to come back to Roski, but that one's going to be deflected. Addie's got to get some wheels. She gets in there just in time. The shot deflected there by Thompson. Now Roski gets it. She sends it over to Michaela. Michaela to Akerson. Akerson's going to bring it up now into the zone. Into the corner. She's looking for options. Goes for a pass. Has it deflected. Delano tries to clear it out. Martin comes in off the bench and is able to secure that one and keep it in the zone. Now Delano sends it down. Stopped there by Michaela with a nice one-handed catch. She's going to bring it into the zone. Sends it across over to Wimmer. Wimmer has it. Back to Michaela. She's going to fire one down and stopped by their goalie. 2:08 remaining with a minute left on the power play. Sophie to face off. Puck goes into the corner. Greeley getting in there with her corner along with Soph. Soph comes out with it. She's going to give it to Barton. Barton skates up, sends it across over to Larson. Larson tries to send one down, deflected there by Delano and sent back down out of the zone. Barton picks it up, skates in front of Thompson. Now over to Soph. Soph passes it along the board. She's going to bring it in, sends it back to Barton. Barton loses it, comes back to neutral ice with it now. As Larson gets it, tries to put it forward, but just barely tapped that one, and Delano sends it back down in. Barton sends it up to Soph. Soph brings it across center ice. Now comes into the zone, her and Wimmer. Now puck comes back to Michaela. She's going to skate in. And Delano snaps that one. But Greeley's able to keep it in. Wimmer has it now in the corner. Skates around the backside, trying to get something out, but has it stolen away. Roski comes in, is able to keep it in the zone, sends it down into the corner, and Delano's back to full strength. And now they're going to bring it up ice to neutral as it tapped away back into the zone. As Storms has it, takes a shot fired, and up into the net with 34.1 seconds remaining. Roski to face off. Puck comes back to Storm. She tries to fire one. That one hits a Delano player, I believe. Hornet comes up, is able to get it. She's going to dump it down into the goalie. Goalie's trying to dive for it. Roski tries to send one down along the boards. 19 seconds remaining. Puck into the corner. Now it's going to sneak out as Barton's going to race back to it. 11 seconds left. She'll skate behind Thompson. Stops. Redirects. Skates up, gets it over to Akerson. She'll send it up to Storms. Storms will send one down, and that will end the first period of play with a knotted up game yet at 0. Shots on goal for the Stars is 9. Delano has 6. We'll be back. All right, we're back for second period of play. With Roski to face off, Akerson and Michaela, along with Addie and Bria Larson on the ice for the Stars. As Delano gets it back, they're going to dump it down into the zone as Thompson stops it, gets it to Addie. And he's going to bring it around, trying to push it up. As Delano sends it back down. Larson with the rebound. Pressured along the boards. As Roski comes out with it. Now she gets it stolen away. They take a shot that buzzes past the front of Thompson. There's another shot stopped by Thompson. Akerson with the rebound gets it up to Larson. Larson brings it up and she'll send it down deep into the zone. As the puck comes out, Delano's going to bring it up. Uses the board, sends it down deep. Thompson lets it go. As Tiana sends it out to Storms. Now Delano will have it. And they'll bring it into their zone. Come on, focus. Takes a shot, stopped by Thompson, and we get a whistle. 15:46 remaining in the second period. Nice stop there by Thompson. As Sophie will face off. Puck goes down into the zone. Barton will get it. She sends it out to Storms. Storms brings it up, sends it over to Soph. Soph dumps it down into the zone. She'll pinch along the boards. As Delano will get the puck back. Storms and Soph get in there, though. They're like, no, we're staying down at this end. Ooh. As Greeley gets taken out alongside the boards as she was trying to go in there. Delano sends it to the other side. Puck comes back to Storms. Storms from the blue line sends one off the shin of number 9. And that's going to leave a mark. And Delano trying to push it in. As Greeley gets a stick around, she's going to keep it in the zone. Tries to get a shot off, has it deflected. Now Delano brings it out to neutral ice. Puck still loose. Comes over to Rugemer. Rugemer now to Storms. Storms brings it into the zone. Now to Jansky. She takes a shot, deflected off the goalie. I don't know how that would have worked because their player was in the net. As Addie comes out with it, she's going to send it across to Kornick. Kornick to Wilmer. Wimmer. Wimmer's going to bring it into the zone. Comes up, takes a shot, and that one goes in. Right over the glove of the goalie, and Wimmer's going to get the first goal for River Lakes, and we're tied up at 1. Nice job there by Wimmer. A little behind. I didn't have their score in there even. Or maybe we don't. No, that's the first goal of the game, right? The guy next to me said that it tied it up. As the puck comes out, Delano's going to bring it up. Michaela getting a stick on it. Comes up. I don't know where the puck. Oh, there it is. Okay. It comes back to their point. Point tries to fire one down there as Lena bumps off of her chest. Now Delano gets it back. Tipped there by Larson. And that one's going to spin on end down into our zone. Delano trying to clear it out. Puck comes back to Kornick. Kornick turns, tries to get it to Borowski. She'll tip it into the zone. Barton comes up trying to keep it in the zone. Now Soph picks it up at neutral ice. Sends it across over to Greeley. And Delano trying to clear it out of the neutral zone and sends it deep into their zone. Barton picks it up behind Thompson. Now sends it up to Storms. Storms got some options here as she comes in. Takes a shot, blocked by their goalie. Soph came in. I thought she was going to have a one-timer there, but unable to. Another shot there, blocked. And that one's going to go down, and they'll get icing. And we'll go back down to this end. Soph came in on one knee and almost had that rebound to send it in. Nice job there by the Stars. As Sophie goes to face off. Puck push forward. Greeley getting in there. Sends it out to Addie. Addie trying to send it back, but here comes Delano up the ice. And they dump it down deep with 12:23 remaining. Michaela picks it up behind the net. She sends it up ice, but their point sends it back down. As puck's into the corner, Addie sends it across over to Michaela. Michaela turns, sends it up right to Soph. Soph gets it to Storms as she'll come in. Tries to go through a player, but they didn't fall for it. And puck gets sent out to neutral ice. Michaela sends it back down in. 11:52 remaining. As Addie comes in and keeps the puck in the zone. Now Rugermer to chase along the boards. Puck comes out. And now out to neutral ice. Addie will pick it up. She tries to redirect, turns, uses the boards, sends it to Tiana. Tiana up to Wimmer. Now out to neutral ice. Now the puck comes back, and Tiana got in the way of that one. Now gets it to Jansky. Jansky sends it across to Rugermer. Rugermer brings it up ice, takes a shot, blocked by their goalie. Rugermer goes for a rebound. Jansky gets it, tries to center it. Deflected by Delano. And now they're back out to neutral ice. Brings it into the zone. Barton's right there to get it as she'll skate behind Thompson with it. Trying to redirect. Rugermer battling it out. Now Barton's going to get in there. Puck comes out. And comes back to their point. Takes a shot, deflected. Another shot there. Glove saved by Thompson, and we get a whistle. These tall boards mess with the focusing of the camera, so sorry about that. 10:42 remaining in the second period. As Addie has it behind the net. Delano gets it back. Roski plucks it away. Akerson trying to get in there. Gets it over to Addie. Addie sends it around over to Larson. Larson goes to bring it up. Gets it to center ice. Now brings it into the zone, and we're going to be offsides as Roski tried to stop in time but couldn't. As Larson's going to turn around. Now the puck's back at neutral ice. Michaela trying to push it forward, but here comes Delano back into the zone. They go for a shot, deflected up into the air. Now sent back down into the zone. Borowski along the boards. We got pushed into the boards there. Almost looked like the girl left her feet. Another shot there, stopped by Thompson. Borowski to rebound. Gets it over to Kornick. Kornick to Larson. Larson sends it up to Akerson. She's going to come in, takes a shot, and stopped by their goalie with 9:34 remaining in the second period. We go to face off. Puck comes back. Tiana keeping it in the zone. Dumps it down into the corner. Puck's going to come behind the net. Soph gets it. She's looking for some options out front. Gets it back to Tiana. She's going to skate up. Tries to fire one down. Loses her feet. And Greeley comes over. Sends it back out to Soph. Soph from the point. sends one down. Glove save. Puck still loose out there. They're trying to knock it in. No whistle yet. Greeley comes out with it. Puck's behind the net. And now back out to the point as Michaela fires one down. Delano stops it and sends it down as Thompson gets there. Gets it to Michaela. Michaela will skate behind the net. Now she'll bring it up to neutral ice. Sends it down deep as Storms is going to come up. And Delano gets it back, sends it right back out to Michaela. Michaela has it at neutral ice. Now we'll bring it into the zone. She tries for a shot. That's deflected. Delano trying to clear it out of the zone. Barton gets in there, trying to keep it from going out of the zone. And now Storms gets it, fires it back down deep. Rugemer and Jansky are chasing. Barton skates up, gets it. Jansky backhands it back down in there. Now comes back, she backhands it again. Delano sends it back out, and that's going to sneak by. They're going to wave off icing as Barton was there to tip it. Now Barton backhands one over to Kornick. Kornick tries to get it to Rugemer, but it comes out to neutral ice. Delano with it now. Fire sends it into the zone. They're going to be offsides. And she just lost it, and her partner was trying to go in with her. 7:49 remaining in the second period. Stars up 1-0 on a Wimmer goal. Roski comes in to face off. Puck goes back to Michaela. Michaela sends it across over to Addie. Addie with some pressure on her. Puck comes across over to Michaela. Michaela with it behind the net. Skates it up to Akerson. Akerson's going to turn. Goes around one player. Comes up, tries to get through another, and that one's going to get stolen away. Delano gets it back. Now pushes it back. Akerson's right there to get it back, though. But Delano steals it again and comes back out with it into their zone. Sends it down into the far corner. Delano with it now. Skates up, tries to get a shot off. Blocked by Thompson, rebounded by Akerson. Elena trying to send it up to Larson. Larson tipped it, so they waved off the icing. Now the puck will go over to Storms. Storms will pick it up in the far corner. Gets it back to Soph. Soph behind the net. Gets it back to Storms. But Delano's going to poke it out. And Addie's going to pick it up at neutral ice and send it back down. As we'll have to reset. Delano turns, sends it back out to neutral ice. Delano trying to weave in and out of some defensive players, but the Storms say no. The Stars say no and try and push it up ice. Delano bring it into the zone. Tiana gets a stick on it, stops it, now gets it to Greeley. Greeley's going to turn. They got a 2-on-2 as they come up here. She gets it to Storms. Storms brings it into the zone. Comes up, tries to make a move around a player, has it stolen away and sent down and around. Barton comes in, tries to keep it in the zone and unable to. Now Delano sends it up ice. Tiana will pick the puck up. Sent it back to Thompson to Barton, who's back there waiting. Now Barton clears it out, gets it up to Greeley. Greeley's going to push it across over to Storms. Storms skates up, tries to send it across, but nobody's home. And Delano's going to pick it up again to clear it out. Puck out to neutral ice. Tiana tips it towards the boards, met by Kinley. She stayed on her feet. The other girl didn't fare so well. And she'll go off, shaking her head. And Delano's going to come in, goes for a shot, stopped by Thompson, and there's a whistle. That girl started yelling at the ref. The ref fired one back right at her. 5:28 remaining as Rugemer faces off. Puck comes back to Wimmer. She tries to deflect it, but Delano still has it. Rugemer gets it now to Wimmer, sends it Now it gets deflected by Delano. Now back to Wimmer again. Wimmer's going to skate up. Turns, tries to send it down deep. Delano's going to grab it. Delano tapping it back out here. Kornick trying to send it back, but Delano's going to push it off. They're off, so they have to reset. Kornick's going to pick up the puck and skate up. Gets it to neutral ice. Has it stolen away. Here comes Delano back into the zone. Addy knocks it away, and Wimmer has it. Wimmer and Jansky are going to come into the zone, and the puck stolen away by Delano and sent back down to the opposite end. 4:32 remaining. Puck out to neutral ice as Lena Akerson comes in. Delano taps it down into the corner. Kornick to chase. Delano with a centering pass. Another shot there, stopped by Thompson. 4:14 remaining. And Thompson saying, "No way, Jose. I am not allowing a goal in here." 16 shots on goal for 16 shots on goal as Roski faces off. Puck comes back to Michaela. Now back to Roski. Roski sends it up to Larson. Larson to Akerson. Akerson turns, dumps it into the corner. Chases after her own dump. Now Larson has it, goes for a centering pass, has it deflected. Now back to Akerson. Akerson back to Larson. Now the puck's going to be behind the net as Roski tried to backhand one in there, unable to. Now it's going to come back to Michaela. She's going to try sending one down, has it deflected. And now Delano's going to send it back out to neutral ice. Tiana trying to clear it out. Roski sending it over to Michaela. Michaela's going to try and go with it. Stolen away. Brought into the zone. Shot there. Stopped. And they're going to be a whistle as Tiana's going to go to the sin bin, it looks like, for either interference or hooking. What are they going to call? Hooking. As River Lakes will go on a penalty kill with 3:20 remaining in the second period. So the face-off, puck goes out to Delano's point. They send it across to the other point. Now dump it down, back out to the point, fires one down, stopped by Thompson, and we get a whistle. The ref blew the whistle again. Fans are not happy with that one as the puck was still loose. Soph goes to face off. Puck goes over to Barton. Barton has it now. Skating behind Thompson, trying to clear it out of the zone. Gets tied up, trying to use the boards. Gets taken out, no call. And that one will get dumped down as we clear it out of our zone. Delano going to bring it up with a minute and a half left on the power play, or penalty kill, I should say. Delano skates up, takes a shot, stopped by Thompson. Puck comes out. Sends it back to their point. Point fires one down. Glove saved by Thompson. 2:34 remaining in a minute 14 left in the penalty kill. As Roski goes to face off, puck goes into the corner to Michaela. Michaela tries to get it out, but Delano keeps it in their zone. Going for a centering pass. Puck goes over into the corner. Back out to their point. Now back down in. She's going to skate up, tries to get a shot, backhands one in. And that one gets deflected towards the boards. Their point sends one back in. She's going to go for another shot, deflected by Thompson. Now back to their point. Point turns, sends it down into the corner. Now back to their wing. 35 seconds left on the penalty kill. Their point from the top, fires one down. Rebounded by Addy. Addy's going to turn and send it And that one's going to make it out of the zone. They'll have to reset. Nice job there by Addie. And Roski's going to get the bad bounce off the board. She's going to come up, takes a shot, buzzes past the front of the tower. Akerson turns, dumps it back in. 10 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. 5 seconds until we're back to full strength. As the puck's back in, we're back to full strength as Roski tries to send it across over to Greeley. And now Barton races over there, gets a stick on it. That one's going to bounce down, and Thompson will cover. And we get a whistle with 1:07 remaining in this second period. As Soph goes to face off, puck goes back into the corner, picked up by Cornick. Cornick sends it across over to Barton. Barton to Storms. Storms gets it to Greeley. Greeley picks it up, brings it into the zone. Has it behind the net. Now uses the board, tries to get it to Barton. That one's going to sneak by, and now Cornick will pick it up in the back ice and send it back down. Delano with it now, trying to send it out of the zone. Cornick with it, trying to send it back out. She'll try the other side. And Delano will pick it back up and send it down. Cornick will get it back with 24 seconds left. She'll send it across over to Barton, who tips it to Soph. Soph sends it to Storms. Storms tries to send it deep. Uses the boards, and it goes into the corner. We get a line change. As Soph's going to get the puck again. Goes to dump it into the corner. And that one's going to sneak out of the zone, and it should end the period. As the Stars are still up 1-0 to Delano. And we'll be back for third period of play here shortly. All right, we're about ready to start this third period of play. Stars up 1-0. Going into the third. Hopefully they can hold it off here and get a win. As Roski skates up to the center. Faces off. Puck comes over here to Michaela. Michaela turns, sends it down deep into the zone. As Larson tries to send it out. Roski getting a stick on there. And that one's going to get sent down into the zone. And they'll get called for icing. We'll go back down to this end. .16:36 left in the game. Roski to face off. She has Larson and Akerson, Addie, and Michaela with her. As the puck's going to come back over here to Michaela. She sends it back down into the zone. Larson trying to get a centering pass, but Delano's able to knock it out, and they're going to bring it back. Addie turns, sends it back to Michaela. Michaela has it along the boards here. She's going to bring it into the zone. Squashed by 3-4 of the Orange team. And they're going to turn and send it down as Barton's going to pick it up. Skates in front of Thompson. Now sends it up to Storms. Now back to Barton. Barton's going to bring it across center ice, now into the zone. Tries to get through. Delano gets a stick on it and knocks it towards the boards. Now Storms has it, sends it to Soph. Soph has it in the corner. Now out to Greeley. Greeley trying to push it back down. Storm steals it, gets it to Soph. And Delano trying to push it out as Soph sends it across to the opposite side. Barton races over there, is able to keep it in, except that one's going to go up and over the wall. And we'll go out of play with 15:26 remaining. Good hustle there by Kinley Barton. Hornick checks on. Soph faces off. Back to Adio. She sends it down. As Greeley tried to redirect it or tip it. It's Greeley now keeping it in the zone. She's pushing it forward back down into the corner as she goes down. Storms tries to send it back into the zone, but Delano gets a stick on it. Now they're going to bring it up. Goes around Addie, comes up, takes a shot, deflected into the boards by Thompson, rebounded by Greeley. Greeley's going to bring it up the ice. Now to neutral. It dumps it deep. We'll get a line change as River Lakes comes on a line change as Michaela comes in and says, "No soup for you," and knocks it to the boards. And we'll get icing on that one. Rugemer will face off. She's got Wimmer and Jansky and Michaela and Addie. Or no, Tiana on the ice with her. As Delano sends it out, tipped there by Wimmer. Wimmer's going to race down there and try and get back to the puck. And Delano's trying to clear it out. Michaela turns, sends it back down. We'll reset. And we'll attack as Rugemer and Jansky are in there. Puck's loose in the corner. Jansky has it behind the net, has it taken away by Delano. Now Delano goes around. She's going to bring it into the zone. Comes up, takes a shot, deflected it, and into the net by Thompson. Nice job there by Thompson. 13:56 remaining in the game. As Roski checks on, she'll face off. Puck's going to go over to Cornick. Cornick tries to clear it out of the zone, but there are points right there to send it back down. Kornick sends it back to Larson. Larson to Roski. Roski up to Akerson. Akerson brings it in the zone, takes a shot. Almost tipped by Roski. She sends it back to Larson. Larson back into Roski. Roski back to Larson. Now back to Roski. Roski trying to get a centering pass. Gets it back out to Barton. Barton at the point. Dumps it down into Akerson. Akerson turns, sends one down. Stopped by the goalie. Now Kornick sends it back down. Larson tips it to Akerson. Tries to get it out to Barton and does. Now Barton sends another one down, deflected. Sent into the corner. Back out to Barton. Barton over to Kornick. Kornick's going to fire one down. Tipped off of a Delano skate. Now back out to Barton. Barton skates up, takes a shot. And glove saved by their goalie with 12:57 remaining. Couple of good looks at the goal there. As Sophie checks on, along with Greeley and Storms and Michaela and Adio. Puck along the boards, just a lot of back and forth action here. And Michaela sends it back down, now to Soph, now back out to Michaela. She keeps it in the zone. Now Delano tries to send it back out. That one tipped off of Michaela's stick. Now back to Soph. Soph has it at neutral ice, brings it into the zone. Takes a shot, deflected into the boards by their goalie, sent into the corner. Soph on her belly. Still going at it. Now she gets the puck back behind the net. Skates up, uses the board, sends it out to Michaela. She makes a move, goes around her defender. Backhands one down into Storms. Storms sends it back out to Addie. Addie's trying to keep it in, but Delano plucks it back out. And now Michaela gets in front of her. She backhands it to Soph. And that one's going to get dumped down in behind our net as Michaela gets it. Really trying to keep it in the zone, or get it out of the zone, and they knock it out. Now Addie will chase. Sends it across over to Michaela. Michaela sends it up to Soph. Nice pass there off the boards. And Soph tried sending it down and deflected off the top of the boards there. And we'll reset here at center ice. As Rugermer will face off. Jansky, Wimmer off to her sides. Rugermer pushes it forward. Delano gets it. Now Wimmer gets it back. She's going to turn and bring it into the zone. Sends it across. Now into the corner. There's Jansky and Rugermer battle it all. Rugermer going for a centering pass to Wimmer. Delano gets a stick in on it. And Delano has it behind the net. 11 minutes remaining. As Delano gets it up, Wimmer turns, knocks it down deep. Rugermer to chase. Puck comes over towards the boards. Wimmer trying to keep it in. Tiana's pushing it forward. Now into the corner. Tiana gets it, takes a shot, and saved by their goalie. 10:39 remaining in the game. The scoreboard shows both 22 shots on goal for both teams, but I could have swore one of those last couple times we had way more shots, but Larson gets a shot there off of the break, or off the face off. Now Roski trying to push it in, gets a body put on her. Now Delano turns and they're going to bring it into the zone. She has it behind the net. Now at the high slot. She'll backhand one down. Now it's going to come back to their point. Point fires across to the other point. She's going to fire one down, stopped by Thompson. As Roski gets it, sends it across neutral ice. Delano looking to reset. They're going to turn and send it back to the opposite end as Michaela will pick it up behind Thompson. She'll send it forward to Storm. Storm's backhands it over to Larson. Larson's got a one-on-one. She's going to fire one down. Blocked by their goalie. 9:30 remaining, and here comes Delano. Stopped there by Soph. They'll have to reset again. They'll go behind their goalie. Storms gets in there. And Tiana sends one down. Storms has got to get off. Or get back on sides, I should say. Delano sends it up ice. Greeley stepped on the puck and goes down. Centering pass there. Shot stopped. Saved by Thompson. 9:01 remaining. Sophie to face off. She pushes it over to Michaela in the corner. Now back over to Soph. Soph sends it back to Michaela. Michaela goes to push it up to Storms. Just gets past the stick. And Delano picks it up at neutral ice. And now brings it into the zone as Michaela just got her stick out in front and tripped. Didn't mean to, but tripped her. And now we'll be on a penalty kill. With 8:42 remaining in the game, Michaela goes to the sin bin. We'll go on a penalty kill. As Broski sends the puck into the corner. Kornick tries to send one down, stopped by Delano. And Thompson dives, stops that one, and dives for it to cover it. 9 seconds came off of that penalty kill. As Roski will face off. Gets the puck. She's going to turn. Brings it up. Turns, dumps it down deep. That's on goal. Puck goes into the corner. Akerson using her stick and her body. She plucks that one out. She'll get the puck back. Tries to knock it over. Now they have a little collision there at the blue line as Elena knocks it down into the corner. 8:06 remaining. 1:23 left on the penalty kill. As Delano brings it up across center ice. Akerson gets it again. Tried to send it down there. Just going to get it on her stick. And now Delano's going to try bringing it in. Kornick's going to pick it up. Try and send it out. Roski battling it out. She's going to dive for it. And there's going to be another one. Kornick's going to go to the sin bin for tripping. 7:36 remaining. Now we're going to have 2 in there. 3 on 5. As Millie. Both captains in the sin bin. Kornick and Michaela. As the puck comes back to Addie, she's going to turn, knocks it down into the far zone, clears it out. 46 seconds remaining on Michaela's penalty. As Delano will bring it up. Met by Tiana, who knocks the puck out of their way. 30 seconds remaining until we get one back. They go for a centering pass. Shot stopped by Thompson. 25 seconds. Thompson's in the zone. Auto zone. As Roski goes to face off, she's got Tiana and Addie with her. As their point skates up, sends it across. Now back out to the top slot. Now across. Tries to get it to the top again. Roski getting a stick on it. Trying to get a shot off. That one buzzes past the front of the tower into the corner. 7 seconds left on the penalty kill. Back out to the top. Sends one down, trying to get it in there. And we're back one player as Akerson checks on. Another shot there, stopped by Thompson. That one rung the bell. And that one's knocked back out into neutral ice. As Delano's trying to get one in there. They got 50 seconds left on this next penalty kill. Delano trying to get a centering pass. Puck still out front. Roski's going to get it. She's got a one-on-one. She's going to bring it up. Here she goes around one player. Makes a move, takes a shot. Blocked by their goalie. Akerson sends it back down into the zone. She'll chase for it. And Delano gets over to her. 24 seconds left on the penalty kill. As Delano brings it across center ice now into the zone. Back behind the goalie. She's looking around trying to figure out what she wants to do. Gets it to her point. Point sends one down. Misses her player. 6 seconds remaining. We'll be back to full strength. 4 seconds remaining. And we're back to full strength as Greeley checks back on from the bench. Storms with it behind the net. Barton battling it out. Tries to center a pass. That one's trying to get knocked out. Greeley gets there now. She tries to knock it forward. Delano tries to send it back. There was a whiff. And the puck goes back to Barton. 5:08 remaining in the game. And the puck goes forward. Greeley brings it in. Comes up, takes a shot. Deflected up and into the net by their goalie with 5 minutes exactly left. Woo! That was some good penalty kill there. Lillian Thompson is on fire in that goal. She's on point tonight. As Soph faces off, sends it into the corner. Puck's going to go around. Delano's going to clear it out of their zone. Here they come up the ice. Met by Kornick. Slaps that one away. Now Addy sends it towards the boards. As Delano sends it in. Addy sends it across over to Greeley. Greeley trying to push it forward. Bunch of slappy sticks going on in the corner as Soph gets in there with her body. She's going to come out with it. She'll get it back. And Delano steals it and brings it back into their zone. Kornick gets it, sends it over to Addy. Addy now to Storm. Storm sends it across over to Greeley. Greeley will bring it into the corner. She'll dump it down deep. We'll get a line change. As Jansky comes off the bench, she'll turn, send it down, but we had to reset. As Delano tries to send it forward. That's icing, but they waved it off, even though nobody touched it. Delano has it now. Along the boards. They gets it, takes a shot. Stopped by Thompson and covered. And we get a whistle. 3:40 remaining. Woo-hoo, some fun hockey to watch here. As Roski checks on, she'll face off. Puck drop, sent in the corner to Michaela. Michaela pushing it forward. Now across center ice. Now into the zone. Back to Roski. Roski takes a shot. Glove saved by their goalie. 3:26 remaining. Puck comes back. Larson tries to get a shot off. And here comes Delano up the ice. 2-on-1. Barton and Thompson. And we get a whistle. .315 remaining. As Soph now comes in to face off. Puck sent into the corner to Michaela. Michaela will send it over to Addy. Addie's going to skate along the boards, gets it up to Storms at neutral ice. Storms tries to send it across. And a little bouncing puck. Now Addie gets it to Storms. Storms takes a shot, blocked by their goalie. She goes for another one. Stopped by their goalie. Puck's bouncing in front. Now sent out as Delano goes to clear. We get a whistle. We're going on a power play. Number 26 went to the sin bin. I don't know what for. I didn't catch that part. But either way, we're on a power play with 2:50 remaining. So that face-off didn't work as it gets sent down to the other end. Thompson will grab it for Addie. Addie picks it up. Over to Michaela. Michaela tries to push it forward, gets it to Addie. Addie has it at neutral ice. Now she'll bring into the zone. Addie sends it back to Michaela. Michaela sends one down, buzzes the front of the tower. Storms gets the rebound. Out to Roski. Roski back down into Storms. Storms over to Michaela. Michaela fire from the point. Puck still loose. Akerson takes a shot. Rebounded by Roski, and in goes the puck. And we now have a 2-0 lead with 2:11 remaining. As Roski goes to the faceoff, puck comes back to Tiana, over to Barton. Barton up to Akerson. Akerson dumps it down into the zone. 2 minutes remaining. As here comes Delano up the ice. Met along the boards here. Now sent across. Here comes Delano into the zone. Puck comes for a centering pass as Tiana sends it towards the boards. Their point's going to pick it up. Turns, sends one down. Rebounded by Roski. Roski's going to turn. She's going to bring it up ice. They got a 2-on-2. Comes into the zone. Roski takes a shot. Puck's going to go behind the net. Minute 26 remaining as Delano goes to bring it up ice. Now across center ice. Rugemer got a stick on that one as they'll reset. Now bring it back into the zone. Shot there, stopped by Thompson. Minute 13 left, and she'll have a shutout with, what do they got, 29 shots on goal as they pull their goalie off. So we'll have an open net for the remaining 113. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. The Tigers go for a timeout. Again, a minute 13 left in the game. They had pulled their goalie prior to the timeout. All right, well, we're going to return here for the final 118 of the game as they continue to keep their goalie off, and they pick the extra skater. So Soph goes to face off. Puck's still in the center. Puck's going to come out. There's a shot stopped by Thompson, rebounded by Addie. Addie sends it across over to Greeley. And here comes Soph up the ice. She's got Storms and Greeley with her. Soph comes in, tries to fire one down, has it deflected. Storms gets the rebound, tries for a centering pass. Delano's going to get it now. Met by Addie. And now they're going to call Addie for interference. And with 42 seconds left, Addie's going to go to the sin bin. As Roski goes to face off, puck goes in to Michaela. She's going to send one down, and that one's going to go in. Off the face-off, Michaela gets it from the corner and fires one down and has the open net. So we'll take a 3-0 lead to finish this one off with 37 seconds remaining. Michaela goes to bring it into the zone. She takes a shot. Puck's going to come up by Delano. Brought into the zone. Comes up and just sneaks one by Thompson with 15 seconds left. Skates in front and just sends it into the opposite corner. And Delano will take one away with 15.3 seconds remaining. Soph goes to face off. Pushes the puck back to Michaela. Michaela sends it down into the zone. Delano gets it back. Turns, sends it down. Tiana will get it. She'll turn back out to neutral ice. Delano. Now over to Storms, and Storm sends it down. That'll end the game. And the Stars will get the win. 3-1 over Delano. And 15.3 seconds away from Thompson shutting out. But either way, she had a hell of a game tonight. We play on Monday again. So they'll get a day off, and then we'll be playing again Monday night.